Okay, this will be my third attempt to record this because the audio keeps glitching in certain parts, and I tried fixing it by re-recording those parts. Unfortunately, the audio was so badly glitched in that area, I wasn't 100% sure what I said there, and it wasn't part of the article. It was something I came up with. Some parts I was able to guess, but other parts not so much. So here is the third attempt at this. Cop who hid behind his car during Parkland High School massacre wins his job back. Basically, this officer arrived on the scene during the school shooting and hid behind his cop car. He did not even attempt to engage the shooter. And before you try saying, well, it was just him, he would have been outnumbered. It was one shooter. The shooter had an AR-15, which fires the same rate as his handgun. There's a good chance this officer had firearms in his vehicle that would have outmatched this shooter. Plus, the shooter did not know the cop was on scene, so the officer had the element of surprise. He wouldn't have stopped all the kids who were killed, but he would have obviously lowered the number. The Parkland, Florida police officer who sheltered behind his car while nearly 20 students were shot and killed will be reinstated to his job, his union announced on Thursday. Now, another thing you should know, this article continues to emphasize the fact that he hid behind his car. It's not mocking him, it's not making fun of him, it's just a fact. That is what he did. An arbitration process found that Brian Miller, at the time of the massacre, a sergeant in the Broward County Sheriff's Department, was improperly terminated by the department more than a year after the shooting. Now, here's the thing. The first article that came out about this was he was not in trouble because officers, cops, law enforcement have no duty to protect you. It's not in the job description. It is not a requirement. What nailed him is basically child neglect, child endangerment. He endangered more children by not confronting the shooter. An internal investigation last year determined that Miller had neglected his duties when he responded to the shooting reports at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14, 2018. He failed to coordinate or direct deputies' actions and did not direct or coordinate an immediate response into the school, a state commission eventually ruled. Here's the thing, he didn't actually neglect his duties because he had no duty to protect. He basically put more children in danger by not responding. I mean, you can say that's the same thing, I guess it depends on your perspective. My perspective, he didn't neglect his duties, but he did put children in danger. Now that I've said that out loud, he kind of did neglect his duties. So ignore what I just said, thank you. Miller was initially suspended after the school shooting was fired on June of last year. Yet an arbiter determined that the sheriff's department had not afforded him due process when it terminated him. Last time I checked, due process was for legal matters, not for being fired from your job. He put children in danger. They had every right to remove him from his job. Not affording him due process meant he went to jail without innocent till proven guilty. He was not tried, and he was not convicted of a jury of his peers. That's how due process works. Now, I'm not 100% sure about the laws in Florida, but that's honestly the way I see it. He will receive back pay as well as missed overtime. Now, okay, if he's reinstated, I can understand the back pay, holidays, and all that crap. Overtime? Okay. I don't see how you're going to prove he missed overtime if there was no way to know what overtime he would have been part of if he was still an officer at the time. That part's kind of throwing me. The sergeant had been terminated by Sheriff Gregory Tony, who replaced Scott Israel, another coward who actually hid behind the children who started their little gun control movement, hoping, well, if I hide behind them, nobody will call me out on the bullshit I pulled. That didn't work. You were still called out on the bullshit. You hid behind children to avoid being called out for your mistakes. You're just as big of a coward as the dude who hid behind his car. You hid behind children. In the row following the shooting, Israel had been suspended from the department by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis after the massacre. He is currently running against Tony to reclaim his position there. Yes, because we need 2 police officers that are massive cowards. Now, I know there's a lot of cops who pull cowardly bullshit, as in, I feared for my life, so I shot the little chihuahua. I get it, I'm just saying, this is the whole new level. And every time I redo this, I kind of forget on how small this article is. Okay. Here's the thing. Due process is innocent until proven guilty. That's just the way it works. You are innocent, even after you're charged with something, until you are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by a jury of your peers. Which means even if you are arrested, you are still assumed innocent. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty of this crime. If they can't, well, then that's just how it works. I don't remember him actually being arrested for this. Unless I'm wrong on that, let me know and I will correct myself. But him being fired for child neglect / child endangerment is not violating his due process. That's firing his ass for screwing up on the job. Here's the thing, if cops can be fired for not protecting people, or if you can be held accountable for that, now, let me skip that crap. Here's the thing, Supreme Court has ruled that they have no duty to protect you. Because if they did, every officer involved in the shooting where the UPS truck was stolen would be in extreme deep shit because of their random firing and giving 0 shits about the civilians that were caught in the crossfire. But no, this dude has no business being a law enforcement officer. Neither does Scott. Neither one of them have any business wearing a badge. They obviously do not have it in them to perform their duties as a police officer. Now, despite me saying they had no duty to protect, I'm not saying cops won't. Most cops have a conscience and will protect a fellow human being, civilian or not. I'm just saying it is not required in their profession. They are not required to help your ass or save your ass. And if you're going to pull, why do they respond to home burglaries or murders? Or if you got attacked? They're not coming to protect you. They are coming because you were calling the cops on somebody who is breaking the law. Somebody broke into your house. A burglar has entered your house. They have broken the law. It is illegal for them to do that. They are coming to deal with them. It has nothing to do with duty to protect you. It has to do with this person's breaking the law. You reported this person as breaking the law. That is the situation they're coming to deal with. Just like if somebody's trying to kill you and you call the cops, it may seem like they're coming to rescue you. Attempted murder is a crime. Murder is a crime. They are coming to deal with the person breaking those laws. Again, I'm not saying a cop will not protect you. I'm saying it's not in their job description. That's why protect and serve is on the police officer's vehicle, but that's where it ends. It didn't say what they're protecting and serving. It's not the community. It's not the people. They are serving the law. They are out there to stop people from breaking the law or punish them after the fact. Nothing to do with the person dialing 911. Again, I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying it's not in their job description. Anyways, hopefully this video comes out and I have 3 different sources recording the audio. I have a microphone on my laptop, I have OBS recording the audio, and I have Audacity recording the audio. So hopefully this video actually gets released. Anyways, any comments, suggestions, whatever, put them in the comment section below, all that fun stuff. If you're not subscribed, well, fix that issue. Thanks. Bye. Miss Osa Bear, Tatiana, Alina.
You cannot invade the mainland United States. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Isoroku Yamamoto.
Now, you've just watched another video by Running Guns News. If you liked the video, hit like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you actually enjoy my content, you can support me or my channel financially if you choose by PayPal, Patreon. BitChute now has an option to do monthly or one-time payments, which no matter what you pick, it's still taken out at the beginning of every month, just so you know. And you can catch my videos on other platforms, which will also be linked below. So until then, have a nice day.